Welcome, fellow adventurers and armchair generals both, to Lost Horizon. This is Gamer1745 here. Okay, well, we're going to be starting out this game very shortly, but I wanted to give a little bit of a talk first. One of the reasons I think people like my channel. I'm really fascinated by the interwar period, and for those of you who don't immediately think that's obvious, what that is from the time period from the end of World War I to the beginning of World War II. To me, it's a fascinating period. I love movies from them, well, at least sound movies, which basically start in 1930. But love that period. You have such great changes happening at the end of World War I. You have the rise of Nazism, as we see a Nazi walking by. You have the rise of communism. Sure, communism's been around for a while, but not as in power until the Soviet Union comes about. And you have the whole sort of starting out the interwar period, the Russian Civil War. Fascinating period. And of course, you have the rise of fascism. You have really the rise of the automobile age, because yes, the Model T was around before World War I, but really as it's coming into its own, you have the rise of air travel, not just airplanes, but air travel. It's really the sort of industrialized world is coming about in a very sort of modern sense. As we look here at the bright lights of the marquee here, you know, it's an electrified world now. Yeah, I've seen lots of pictures of New York before, but the whole world is becoming this, and just sort of like this sort of time period, very much. Okay, as you can sort of tell that this game, excuse me, is somewhat in a Indiana Jones type setting, but Lost Horizon is the name of a book and a movie. The book's by James Hilton, and it's basically, and so is the movie, about Xanadu, or which is sort of a reusing, or Shambhala, the sort of mythical place up in the Himalayas, mostly coming out of Indian myths, kind of thing. The movie, again, Lost Horizon, made by Frank Capra, one of the great directors, starring Ronald Colman. He is one of the top 5 voices known to modern man. Obviously, he's dead now, but we can hear his voice. Another who's still alive is Christopher Walken. There's just these few voices out there that are just wonderful. And I don't know if you like old movies like I do, but Ronald Colman's voice, you can just listen to it forever. Starred in many great movies. I'm not going to try to list some of them right now, but so he stars in the movie, and that the movie is he's some sort of high-profile British sort of diplomat kind of guy who gets hijacked in an airplane, flown into the Himalayas, finds this sort of lost world kind of thing. So that's that. This is not that. This is Nazi scientists trying to get some sort of secret weapons or something, and you're supposed to have adventures and thwart their plans, is my understanding from this. I have played just a little bit to sort of get a little bit of the feel, but not very, very much at all. So we will see how this goes, and I hope you will come on the adventure with me. So let's head into this. Very sort of cinematic feel here. Load game option. Game credits. Watch it instead of play it, but it is sort of an old game.
Where do we have to go?
It can't be far.
Damn it, we need to get out before we end up like everyone else.
Give us cover. We're almost there. Thomas! No!
I am so sorry about what happened to your friend.
What the hell? Who are these people? What do they want?
They are searching for this chamber.
What? Why? There's nothing here.
On the contrary, everything is here. We stand before a gateway, behind which the greatest treasure of all mankind is concealed.
What do you mean?
This monastery guards a secret that is centuries old, but the world is not yet prepared for its revelation. I tell you this only because you will shortly become the last person who can prevent the key to the secret from falling into the hands of those barbarians.
What is that?
This is a key. At some point, they will find this chamber and break down the door. The key must no longer be here when that happens. Take it, use it, and get it to the other side. Then you will understand everything.
We just wanted to help. Now I'm the last one left alive, and I don't even know who's trying to kill me. Or for that matter, why. Ancient secrets, apparently. A great treasure hidden here in this chamber. Maybe that's what they're after. Doesn't matter. I need to get out and get in touch with England.
Okay, so yes, I played this a little bit, but even when I knew originally we'd go there, but I wanted to look around, so maybe we'll get
a great many strange symbols, not one of which I understand even remotely. I've never seen writing like that before. It could say anything. Maybe something useful, but I don't speak the language.
You right click to move, or sorry, left click to move, and you can see here sometimes you can do, as sort of the hand shows, right, or left click is to operate it, right is to look at it.
From what I know of Asian mythology, dragons are often guardians of doors and gates. Is this the gate the monk was talking about? I can't see any way to get it open. I can't see how to open this thing. If, that is, it can even be opened. Strange lines and engravings all over it. From what I can see, the style of these drawings is not actually typical of this region. In fact, it isn't even Asian.
Well, note these sort of swastika-like things in the center there. And it's apparently metal.
There's a recess in this plinth here, but nothing else interesting.
And then you can come down to sort of to the bottom here. Your inventory. And let's...
It fits into the recess here. I haven't the slightest idea what that might do, but according to the monk, it's the only way out of here. I hope he was right.
We've lost the key.
Well, Lieutenant? How are things progressing?
All resistance has been quashed. The monastery is under our control.
And the chamber?
We haven't found it yet. There must be a secret passage. That is how the monk and the Tommy got out. At least, that is what our prisoner claims.
And has he told us in the meantime what his unit was doing here?
Yes, he was most talkative. They were here to
Supposed
map
to
the
be a
region.
Luftwaffe
Apparently,
uniform, I
his lieutenant was using maps made by some Hong Kong cartographer who came this way before.
Aha. Coincidence is a strange thing. Well, we managed to contain things this time, but I don't want any further interruptions.
We will extend our patrols, and I have ordered that the airspace be monitored by our fighters.
You are a soldier. You're happy to wait and fight. I, on the other hand, am a scientist, and I believe in preventing the fight in the first place. Send someone to Hong Kong immediately. Eliminate the cartographer once and for all, and destroy any records he may have. If needs be, pay some triads from Hong Kong to take care of the job. We need to deal with this quickly. We must do everything possible to prevent anyone from turning up here again and interrupting the operation.
Nazi women
This
had a
mission is
tendency to
too
dye their hair
significant,
blonde.
and we have just about reached our goal, Lieutenant. The future of the Third Reich is in our hands.
Follow me into the land of sunrise, and you see how beautiful life can be.
Yes, the graphics are a bit
Come
faded.
with me wherever I may go. Make sure to let
But I'm digging the vibe of it.
know our love's not just for show. I need your love, your sunshine, our destiny last for eternity. Follow me, please never let me go. Don't turn my head into stone. Finally follow me home.
How's business, Shen?
Can't complain? How about you? Still moving stuff you shouldn't be.
Have you ever tried turning a profit the honest way? It's tough. I've got bills to pay. Besides, snatching a deal from the Tongs is all the fun I get around here.
Fenton. The tongues are not to be played with. These are serious people.
Shen, I didn't know you cared. I'd be surprised if Tong even knew who I was.
Oh, really? He was here looking for you last night.
Finally, the celebrity status I've always craved. You need to relax, old friend.
Fenton, you are my best customer, and for that reason alone, I'm going to give you some good advice. Watch yourself, or you'll be at the bottom of the harbor before I can say rum.
And you can say rum pretty damn quickly.
Not as quickly as you can drink it. Didn't you learn in the forces not to underestimate your enemies?
Christ, you make it sound like we're in a fight to the death.
That may yet prove to be the case. I strongly suggest You forget smuggling and get your kicks elsewhere.
Okay, I'll be careful. Promise. Speaking of getting my kicks, you guys have a new singer.
Yes, but you're not getting your kicks with her either. She's not into men like you. A lot of guys have tried, a lot of guys have failed.
Shen, that sounds like a challenge.
I'll spring you my best whiskey if you get so much as a room number.
Shen, I'll be back in 2 minutes. You'd better get down to the basement and dig out that bottle. Piece of cake. In 2 minutes flat, not only will I have a hot date, but an excellent bottle of whiskey to go with it. Life is sweet.
Well, let's compliment her. Excuse me, compliment her on her talents.
Your song has moved me in a way I barely thought possible. The least I can do is buy you a drink.
Nice try, but I don't drink. Thanks.
Well,
If the other guys are so easily put off, no wonder you've been waiting for me to come along. Come on, what can I get you?
Okay, I do enjoy a glass of champagne after a show. You're more than welcome to buy me one, but I intend to enjoy it in my room, alone.
Ah, go on. Give me one more chance. Changed your mind yet? The barman, Shen. He's a good friend of mine. I'll have him serve a glass of the best champagne this place has to offer.
And I'm sure the two of you will enjoy it very much.
Well, if I'm honest, this whole thing's been a massive crash and burn. Ah, well. I'm out of her league anyway. These guys are with the Tongs. Looks like Shen was right. They must have found out that I snatched that last deal off of them. 1-on-1 I can handle. 2-on-1's pushing it. And knowing my luck, there's about 20 more of them waiting outside. I think a tactical retreat is in order. I wouldn't like to say a hasty one, but that's exactly what I mean.
okay. Well, we have the main entrance there. Right outside. Let's look.
One of Mun Tong's men. I'd rather he didn't see me. I'm not scared, of course. I just don't want to hurt him. Mun Tong himself. He's a triad boss and presumably very, very ticked off with me. Looks like he's quizzing Shen about me. He'll keep his mouth shut, thank God. I need a way out of here, though. I'm sure Shen won't give me away. But, hey, there's a way through here, and if I remember correctly, it leads backstage to the other exit. But I'll never make it that far as long as Mun Tong is standing at the bar.
Oh, okay. Now, I have an interesting question for you all, and I would love some audience participation with this. There's what a certain group of people calls everyday carry, and I don't know how long that term has been around. It's often with people who carry concealed weapons that sort of, you know, we're not talking preppers or survivalists necessarily, some of them obviously are, but what would you carry every day that you get up and leave the house? And, you know, but I'm not asking what you carry, but if you were this guy, some sort of smuggler, has a belt pouch on, you know, and I look, he has a wallet and a lighter, no pocket knife, no gun, he has a belt, but I guess that's not considered a thing you can take off yet. What would you be carrying as part of your everyday thing? Just love to hear what you would think. You know, I'm talking realistically, not, oh, I'd carry a machine gun with me. No, might carry a gun. I would, but, you know, so, okay. And yes, I've done this before. So we have a bottle here, we have a serving cart, and we have a wok. Take a look at
An
the wok.
empty wok. It looks like there's still some booze in here.
Let's
No one will miss this stuff.
grab the booze. Well, we have the booze. Come down here. Absinthe, actually. And we're going to...
Okay, let's get the absinthe into the wok.
And now we have cork, an empty bottle, lighter, and wallet. So
Plat de jour, flambé. How would you like that cooked? Well done. Mais certainement. And other bad puns. Now we're talking. Sending a burning cart careening across the room while sneaking out of the door. That's how Fenton Paddock rolls.
out the back door.
Dead end, Paddock.
Okay, well. Let's see if we can get out of here.
My answer makes no difference anyway. You're still gonna beat me up, aren't you?
Right, kid. This time you're messing with the wrong people.
Wake up, Paddock, or you will miss your last flight. Ever done a splashdown?
I'll laugh later. Now let me out.
You don't get it, do you?
You know what? I think I literally just got it just now. I'm thinking the whole business expansion thing wasn't such a good idea after all.
Indeed. But we have run out of patience. You should have kept out of our business. But you just wouldn't heed our warnings.
Hey guys, why don't we just relax and talk about this? I promise I won't get in your way anymore, okay?
Too late, Paddock. And once again, we find truth in an old Chinese saying. It is easy to open a business, but it is difficult to keep it running. But we don't want to be that heartless. We won't grant you a last wish, but you may decide how you would like to die. Would you prefer to suffocate or drown? You don't have to decide right away, Paddock. Let me explain. Strictly speaking, your little submarine here is completely watertight. So when we throw you into the harbor in a minute, not a single drop of water will make its way inside. You'll then have about 15 minutes of air. An agonizing amount of time when you're waiting for death. Only fear and panic will accompany you during your final struggle. You wouldn't even wish that on your worst enemy. Therefore, we have drilled a hole in the lid for you. At first, you will instinctively try to plug the hole with your hand. But if you desist, you can end your suffering that much faster. Let the water flow in and everything will be over in 1, maybe 2 minutes. No, do not thank us, old friend. I think we owe you that much.
I agree.
Bon voyage, old friend. He won't be causing us any more trouble.
Crap. Crap, crap, Crap. I need a solution. Quick. Crap.
Okay. Let's see if we can... new save game file. Game saved. Okay. Well, one last little bit, talking about Lost Horizons, the movie. I've never read the book. I've watched the movie many times. And it was released in 1937. They normally don't take, I don't know, early or late, but so it was made either 36, 37. And they really, and so then if the book is similar to it, they really foresaw the rise of the Second World War and the chaos that was coming in that. So, you know, it's quite interesting, I think. Well, thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for liking them if you would, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to watch the rest of the series or many other great things. And please post your questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, and back to that everyday carry thing. What would, if you were this kind of guy, what would you carry every day? See you next time for more adventures on the Lost Horizon.